The goal of your drill bit is to turn your fingers as far back toward your body as possible. If they're out at 45-degree angles, that's fine. Squeeze the hips down, let them sag down. Press your shoulders down so that you're not bringing your shoulders up to your ears. Then squeeze your triceps. Exhale, navel to spine. Squeeze your glutes. If this is too much discomfort, rotate your fingers out and go a little bit shallower until you can get underneath a 3 in a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the worst pain. So it should be uncomfortable, but not very uncomfortable. Squeeze the triceps to relax the biceps. It's very difficult to co-contract muscles that are antagonistic to each other. So squeeze the triceps, rotate the elbow pits a little bit more, see if you can wiggle in your fingers a little bit deeper. Most of us are under chronic flexion in our arms from either holding gear, absorbing detonation, or absorbing impact of fighting. This is one of the ways to release it. In downward facing dog, you don't have to be a yoga boy. You just have to focus on extending your knees, then rotate your hips up. So you're trying to turn your tailbone up towards the sky. Walk your fingers out, lock your triceps and try and internally rotate your triceps. Pull your navel in towards your spine, squeeze your quads to release your hamstrings. Squeeze your triceps to release your biceps. Drive back on your palm heels, then rotate your tailbone up toward the ceiling until you feel the attachments at your hips start to get a little bit of burn. Then hold right there and let that melt off. Exhale through the mouth. Go to where your body starts to quake. Then bend your knees down. Press back onto your feet. Roll your back up. Roll your shoulders back. In your basic shoulder bridge, come down to supine position, hands at your side. We're first working on connecting our heels to our shoulders. So lengthen out your neck, chin down. Start driving your heels into the ground. At first you'll need to squeeze your glutes to lift. But then once you're high enough, squeeze your quads to go the full distance of your range of motion today. It's your quads that should be acting, not your glutes. Your glutes should remain inactive until you pull them online later. So for the next 30 seconds, use your quads to lift. Pull your nose over your chin. Lift your chest a little bit higher. Chest to nose. Nose to chin. Exhale for height. 3, 2, 1. Tuck your tailbone underneath. Roll your spine down. Pull your knees up towards your chest to release the hold. Then release your legs back down, and you're done. In a forearm frog, come down to your ground, turn your knees out, walk your forearms down and go out as far as you can with your knees. Press back on your forearms and come forward, kicking the hips down so your heels are pointed down. Press back. We'll do it again. We'll hold a little bit longer. Exhale through the mouth, turn your heels down, exhale, squeeze, and hold. Inhale through the nose as you recover. Exhale, forward, and squeeze and relax. For the next 30 seconds, you'll just work on depth. Exhale, tuck your tailbone underneath slightly. You'll feel the tightness across your groin. The groin's what limits most of our range of motion. It's a protective reflex. It's supposed to be there, but we have to shut it off so that we can perform. We need to do that through strength. Exhale, a few more seconds. Press back, bring your knees together. Roll your back up. On your pigeon pose, you'll start with one leg forward, working to get horizontal with the front shin. Start with your hands down. The goal is to get 2 hips in one line. So the backside leg, drive the hip down. Try and sit the front leg, sits bones down, bones that you sit on. Exhale, drive the back leg hip down. Then using your knee, sit up. Try and tuck your tailbone underneath and not arch at the lower back. Switch legs. Try and get perpendicular with the front shin. If you can't, move your knee forward, pull your heel in. 3 points. Back leg, hip down. Front leg, sits bone down. Then using your front knee, sit up and tuck your tailbone underneath so that you're not arching at the lower back. Adjust again, hip down, sits bone down, sit up, and you're finished. Standing side bend, inhale your arms up, clasp your hands gunslinger style. Lock out your elbows if you can behind your ears. If not, squeeze your biceps onto your cheeks. Then pull to the side. If you can, bring your legs together as long as you're not off balance. Depth is not important here. The importance here is wringing your body out like a washcloth. So as you pull to the side, rotate the underside shoulder, the bottom armpit underneath. And that turns the outside hip away. So turn the outside hip back into alignment. Underside shoulder, outside hip. Relax back down. Come back up. Opposite direction. Underside shoulder, outside hip squeeze forward, keeping the elbows locked. Rotate the underside shoulder, outside hip. Back and forth, small micro adjustments. Just fine tuning your target along the outside of your body. Little exhale huffs. Almost there. And bend your knees. Bring your arms down, stand back up.
Please hang up and try again.